A long time ago, there was a scary disease called the Red Plague, which we know as smallpox. For hundreds of years, it spread across the world, making people very sick. The disease moved quickly from person to person. It caused painful sores all over the body. Many people died, and those who lived were often left with scars. During these outbreaks, people were always afraid because smallpox was so deadly. Edward Jenner was a doctor in England who noticed something interesting. He was a keen observer and always paid attention to the small details that others might overlook. He saw that milkmaids, the women who milked cows, often got cowpox, a disease that was like a milder version of smallpox. These women would develop sores on their hands from cowpox, but the disease was not very dangerous. Cowpox caused sores on their hands, but wasn't very dangerous. Despite these sores, the milkmaids continued their work without much trouble. Jenner realized that these milkmaids never seemed to get smallpox, a much more deadly disease. This was a curious observation that caught his attention. He thought that maybe having cowpox protected them from getting smallpox. This idea was revolutionary at the time and sparked his curiosity even further. This observation led to an amazing scientific discovery. Jenner's keen observation and innovative thinking eventually led to the development of the first successful smallpox vaccine, changing the course of medical history forever. In 1796, Edward Jenner, a country doctor from England, decided to test a revolutionary idea that would change the course of medical history forever. He observed that milkmaids who had contracted cowpox, a much milder disease, seemed to be immune to the deadly smallpox. Intrigued by this observation, Jenner took some fluid from a cowpox sore on a milkmaid's hand. Then, in a bold and unprecedented move, he introduced a small amount of this fluid into the arm of an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps, similar to how vaccines are administered today. The boy developed a mild case of cowpox, experiencing only minor symptoms, and recovered quickly without any complications. Later, Jenner took an even greater risk to prove his theory. He decided to expose the boy to smallpox, a disease that had claimed countless lives. With bated breath, Jenner watched as the boy was exposed to the smallpox virus. Astonishingly, the boy did not fall ill. He remained healthy, demonstrating that he was now immune to smallpox. This groundbreaking experiment by Edward Jenner laid the foundation for modern immunology and led to the eventual eradication of smallpox, saving millions of lives. Edward Jenner's groundbreaking experiment in the late 18th century changed the course of medicine forever. By observing that milkmaids who had contracted cowpox did not get smallpox, he hypothesized that exposure to a less dangerous virus could provide immunity to a more deadly one. He named his revolutionary method vaccination after the Latin word for cow, vacca. This simple yet profound idea laid the foundation for modern immunology. Jenner's discovery was incredibly important, not just for his time, but for the future of global health. His work demonstrated the power of scientific inquiry and experimentation. Smallpox, a devastating disease that had killed millions of people throughout history, was eventually eradicated thanks to the widespread use of vaccines. This monumental achievement showed the world what could be accomplished through science and cooperation. Millions of lives were saved, and countless families were spared the grief of losing loved ones to preventable diseases. The impact of Jenner's work cannot be overstated. Vaccines have become a cornerstone of public health, playing a crucial role in keeping communities healthy and preventing outbreaks of infectious diseases. They work by stimulating our immune system to recognize and fight off specific pathogens, providing immunity without causing the disease itself. This principle has been applied to develop vaccines for many other illnesses. Vaccines have protected us from numerous preventable illnesses, such as polio, measles, and influenza, and they continue to save lives today. The ongoing development and distribution of vaccines remain essential for global health. Edward Jenner's pioneering work serves as a powerful reminder that through scientific innovation and dedication, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Investing in research and development not only improves our lives, but also paves the way for a healthier, more resilient world.